I want to follow up on Senator Specter's discussion about the Attorney General and his involvement in the dismissal of these 8 U.S. attorneys and his statements about it. First, let's go over some of the Attorney General's statements. As you know, at a press conference on March 13th, the Attorney General discussed this process of dismissing the U.S. attorneys, and he said, "I never saw documents. We never had a discussion about where things stood." Was that statement accurate?
I don't think it's entirely accurate, what he said. I don't remember if the Attorney General ever saw documents. I didn't prepare memos for him on this issue. But we did discuss it as early as before he became the Attorney General, when he was the Attorney General designate in January of 2005, I think. And then from time to time, as the process was sort of in a thinking phase through 2005 and 2006. And then I remember discussing it with him as the process sort of came to a conclusion in the fall of 2006.
So there were repeated discussions?
Yes, and I think the Attorney General clarified that a couple of days ago.
Just want to get it clear. So were there at least 5?
I don't remember specifically, but I spoke with him every day, so I think at least 5.
Yep. Okay. And you asked about the documents. I asked you about the documents. You said you're not sure he's read a document. He received documents that mention this.
I don't know that he did. I don't think the Attorney General saw every iteration of the list, and I'm not sure that he saw the replacement plan that I drafted. I don't remember if he did or not.
The November 27th meeting that Senator Specter alluded to, he was there, right?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. And the purpose of that, according to the emails, was to discuss U.S. attorneys with you and other senior justice officials, right?
Yes.
Was a document handed out at that meeting? Was there any paper?
I don't think so. I had circulated the replacement plan to the Deputy Attorney General and others who were discussing this matter, and we may have had it at that meeting, but I don't remember.
Was there a discussion at the meeting?
Yes.
Did the Attorney General participate in the discussion?
I think so. I don't remember the meeting clearly, Senator.
Okay, but your recollection is he did speak at the meeting?
Yes.
Okay. Now, that in itself says a whole lot. At the same press conference, the Attorney General also said the charge for the Chief of Staff here was to drive this process, and the mistake that occurred here was that information that he had was not shared with individuals within the department who were then going to be providing testimony and information to Congress. The Attorney General was referring to you as his Chief of Staff, correct?
Yes.
Was that an accurate statement that he made?
Senator, I believe that at no time did I ever intend to mislead the Congress or mislead witnesses that were coming before the Congress. I think we mishandled the preparation for Mr. McNulty's testimony.
Sir, I'm sorry to interrupt you. I just am trying to get yes or no questions. He said, okay, that the mistake that occurred here was that information you had, Kyle Sampson had, was not shared with individuals within the department. Is that true or false?
Senator, I shared I shared information with anyone who wanted it. I was very open and collaborative in the process, in the preparation for Mr. McNulty and Mr. Michela's testimony.
That's what I want to ask. Did you share information with Mr. McNulty and Mr. Michela?
I did.
So the Attorney General's statement is wrong. It's false. How can it not be? If you shared information with Mr. McNulty and Mr. Michela, and the Attorney General is saying it wasn't shared with individuals in the department who were providing testimony to wit, Michela and McNulty, his statement's false, correct?
Senator, as I look back on that process, the problem was that we were focused on other questions. And I think any information that I didn't provide was...
Time is limited. The statement is false, correct? Statement is false. There's no way to believe it's not.
I don't think it's accurate if the statement implies that I intentionally misheld anyone.
Right. I'm not asking intent. I'm just asking whether it was false.